Hi there, I'm Madiana Margao, and I am the founder of Red Sprinkle Fashion Bootcamp, and you're joining me here today for our Family Art Day. So, let me give you a little spiel about myself. I am the owner and the founder of Red Sprinkle Fashion Bootcamp, and what we do is that we provide experiential programming that provides and highlights career options in the fashion and entertainment industry. And how amazing is it that today that we're partnering and collaborating with Project Create. So, who is Project Create? Project Create is a community-based nonprofit organization which focuses on youth development through arts enrichment and education. So, how timely and amazing is it that we're able to collaborate today on bringing you projects that you all are able to do at home individually or even as family as we encourage that particular process. So let's take a look at some of the activities we have here today. All right, so let's go ahead and start with project number one. So project number one happens to be our fancy totes. So our fancy tote, as we can see here, I've started to do the prep work on there. So I added our fancy ribbon that we're actually going to utilize today. So let me go ahead and open it up. So I started to do a bit of the work by adding the ribbon, adding a bit of the glitter detail as well, but we're going to go ahead and enhance it. So let's go into the materials that we're going to use today. So we're starting off with our ribbon. This is our fancy ribbon. This is amazing, isn't it? Awesome. It's very natural and it blends very well with the materials that we're already utilizing. Then we're going into our glue gun. So as a rule of thumb, considering our quarantine, many people are not able to go into stores. Maybe you may not be able to order the items online. So you can also use a stapler. Yes, I did say stapler. Or you can use any heavy duty tacky glue as well. And the tacky glue, as long as you give it the time to dry, it should adhere any materials that you happen to use. Then let's go ahead into our tulle. Our tulle is also going to add a nice fancy fun trim, which our ribbons are going to do. That segues into us utilizing our ribbons as well. That's right next to our tulle. Then we're going to go ahead into our glitter. So our glitter is going to add that fun, funky detail. I'm a fan of glitter. Hopefully you guys are as well. This adds a nice jazzy appeal. Of course, we need our scissors. And then we need our glue sticks, provided you are actually using a glue gun. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have our mini glue sticks. And you want to make sure that you have a ton of those on deck, just in the event that you happen to run out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on our project. So I've opened it up to this particular side of our tote bag. So on our tote bag, I've already done the work of cutting the ribbon to fit our actual product. I've already pre-cut our ribbon to fit exactly where it should be placed. Okay? So it's placed in these areas. So what do we do next, guys? Of course, we want to adhere it. So we have to make sure that it matches its mate. So the mate is going to be on the other side. So this is where our glue gun comes into play. So we just want to make sure that we're able to create little pockets of glue. So we want to dab, 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 and press. And so for our young participants there, we want to make sure that you're doing it with your parents, because I don't want you guys to get hurt, okay? So add little dollops of glue and press. That's awesome, right? So we see what happened here with our glue gun. I ran out of a glue stick. So all you want to do is go ahead and grab another, add it to the base of your glue gun, and then you want to continue on with that process. So then now we have it. So you want to double check and make sure that you have any strings of glue is removed. You pick it up on both sides to make sure it's secure. This is great. Okay, so how can we take it to the next level? Because we want to up the ante, right? Let's up the ante. On the other side of the bag, I noted that I added a bit of glitter detail there. Okay, so we're going to do the same detail on this side. So all you want to do are quick little strips of glue on each row. So this ribbon is really easy because it appropriates exactly where your glue should be placed by showing you where the silk ribbon is placed. Then you want to just go over that with some glitter. Real quick sprinkle. How awesome is that? Then we want to continue that process all the way down. Here, there, there. And again, if you happen to utilize tacky glue, it can be done the same way. I've done it with Elmer glue sticks. You can do it a lot of different ways. If you want to add any sort of accent pieces, if we want to say stickers, etc., it's going to adhere the same way. But you have to make sure that you use a base of an adhesive. So that way it doesn't go away, because you don't want to do your hard work and have your hard work lost, right? That wouldn't be any fun. So we're going to do it all the way down. And go ahead and sprinkle that glitter. Just go ahead and shake it. Shake it all over. And so our goal is, once we coat those glue strips, that it's going to be shiny, fun, and new. It's going to create a nice, funky, fun project that you've completed and you customized on your own. How fun is that? All right. So while we allow that to dry, let me introduce you to our new project. Okay, so this leads us to project number 2, which will be our wall accent piece. So right here I have it featured. And here we just have a nice dimensional design juxtaposition with different colors. And then we have a really fun, fancy ribbon detail. So, I wonder if you guys notice, it's the same ribbon that we used before. So that's one thing that we also have to look at in terms of the items that we use, that it can be multi-purpose uses. Okay, so let's get into how I was able to create this piece, which is also buildable. If you want to stack it, you can create 1, you can create 2, 3, 4, or even 5. It's up to you. So these are the materials that we're going to use in order for us to create our wall accent pieces. So first, we're starting off with our fabric spray paint. So first, I have the gold, and then I also have white. I felt like it was going to be a great juxtaposition, so I figured I was going to go with neutrals, but add a little bit of shimmer. So these are the first items that I'm introducing. Then we also want to use as a base, this will be our felt. So our felt comes in a variety of colors. It's really cheap. It's really easy to acquire. Or if you happen to not have any felt at home, you can also use canvas, you can use linen, you can use cotton. Amazing. You can even repurpose your shirts, cut it. If it happens to be any of those fabrics, we can cut it to the same dimensions and be able to do the same thing. Here, we also have our sample piece, which happens to be a piece of felt that we're going to utilize to create a wall accent piece so you guys understand the process. Next, we're going into our dowels. So that's DOWELS, dowels. And dowels are going to be used to add your hanging feature to your wall accent pieces. Wax paper is going to be utilized to ensure that we keep it clean while we're working, okay? And then, I know you've seen this guy before. This is our glue gun. Our glue gun, again, you can use Tacky Glue, you can use Elmer's glue. As long as you give it enough time for the surfaces to adhere, you'll be fine, okay? Then, we have our ribbon. So our ribbon made a reintroduction. So our ribbon is also going to be incorporated within this particular piece. We have some tape. So this is masking tape. And lastly, we have our glue sticks. So let's go ahead and get started with our projects, guys. So here, I have a piece I've already prepared. So this piece, I've stripped it off with our masking tape. This will be this feature here. And I've created diagonal strips. So strip 1, strip 2, strip 3, strip 4. So when I did that, I utilized our gray spray paint. All I did was shake my spray paint up. And I added a little squirt here, a little squirt there, a little squirt there, and a little squirt here. When I was done with that, I let it dry just a little bit. And then I just remove my strips. Look what happens. It creates a partition between bold color and then the area that you sprayed. So let's keep it going, guys. How amazing is that? It's nice, it's bold, it's amazing. So incredible. This is awesome. So this is where our wax paper comes into play. So we're gonna move our painting forward. And when we move our painting forward, we're gonna take our wax paper. And then one detail that we forgot to add happens to be our scissors. So our scissors, we just want to go ahead and cut those. Cut the wax paper with those, excuse me. When we do so, take your tape and go ahead and appropriate that. So now we're adding our wax paper. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have a few pieces of pre-cut strips that I'm adding here and there, okay? So we're securing our ends. And utilizing our scissors. Scissors, guys, are incorporated in both projects. So I want to make sure that we have our scissors that we're ready to go. Okay. So we now want to place the wall accent piece that we worked with before, ensuring that we make sure that all of our areas are secure. So this area right here might need a little bit of love, right? Let's add some love right here. There we go. So we've already got our glue gun preheated, right? Now this is where the dowel is incorporated. But before we incorporate our dowel, is there anything else that we may need to do to fix our design? Or are we satisfied with our design right now? Maybe we're satisfied with our design right now. But you can always add a quick blast there just to fix any areas that may have been missed with your tape. And understand, guys, you do not need to be an artist. You don't need to be perfect at this at all. It's completely personal and personalized exactly to who you are and what your style happens to be. So if you really want to go fully abstract, go wild. It's totally up to you. Okay? So now let's continue on with the project. We want to flip our accent piece, place it downwards, and we're going to take our dowel and we're going to place our dowel at the very top of our accent piece. And we're going to place glue at the very top portion. So as you can see, there's a strip of glue. So what you want to do is go ahead and fold it back. Fold it back and press. Fold it back and press. Just as so. If you need to add any more glue, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to add just a few dollops of glue and press. All right. So now all you want to do is add a bit more glue just to ensure that it's fully secure. So do it under the dowel. Here we go. And just take both ends and roll it, guys. Just roll it. Roll and secure. So tuck it with your thumb and your pointer finger. Thumb and pointer finger. Roll, tuck, roll, tuck, roll, tuck. Simple, right? Okay. And then again, if you need to secure it, just go under one more time. Roll, tuck, roll, tuck, roll, tuck. And there we have it. Now it's a secure wall accent piece. But how do we make it so it hangs? Well, this is where our ribbon comes into play. So stay tuned, guys. All right, so utilizing my roll of sheer ribbon, I decided to cut approximately a yard of ribbon, okay? It's sheer pink ribbon, so it matches perfectly with the wall accent piece we already have. So we want to make sure that both ends match, like so. And then we're going to cut it in the center, as so. Separate your pieces. Take your glue gun. So we want to have a dollop of glue at one end and place it under your left or right side of your dowel. Lightly tap it with your thumb to ensure that it's secure. Place it on the very end of your dowel. Let it cool for a moment. Wrap it to ensure that it's secure. Now, you want to repeat the same action. So take your second strip and do the same thing. Add your glue and secure under your dowel. Then add a dollop at the end of your dowel. Bend it. Then let it dry. And the amazing thing about glue guns, guys, is that it dries so quickly. So it creates a really amazing, awesome experience that can't be missed, because if you want to do something really nice and cool and quick and fun for your home, it takes no time. So how I'm going to finish up this piece is by adding, a nice quick ribbon at the top. And there we have it. Here is our wall accent piece. So, juxtaposition with my sample, don't they look amazing? It's awesome. Okay, so let's go back to our original piece. That's cut. All right, so let's go ahead and revert back to our original project, which happens to be the fashion accessory. I'm going to open up the bag here. And I know you guys remember me introducing these particular materials, so let's go ahead and do a reintroduction of it being the ribbon. And this ribbon is really fun because it's more of a diamond wrap instead. However, you can utilize like materials that you actually have at home as well. I've seen people do amazing things with safety pins, regular pins that you can also use, tack pins. You can do a lot with it. You can really kind of remix it whatever way that you want as well. But for today, we're going to utilize the diamond wrap ribbon. And then we're also going to include this fun tulle fabric. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of jazz to our bag, because our bag looked good, but how about let's make it look great, okay? So first, we'll start off with the tulle, measure that out, take your scissors. So this looks about right guys? I'm gonna go ahead and cut. So you wanna make sure that it's not actually the size of the bag, but a little larger, so at least you have some fabric to be able to work with. We can always come back and trim it. So then we want to pick this up. Now we're adding a strip of glue here, there, and there. Make sure to hold it up, guys. Then all we're doing is gently placing our tulle. Doesn't need to be perfect, guys. You keep it customized to your style, your liking, etc. It's awesome, right? So how fun is that? So now we want to go back over it and trim. Trim it so it fits the dimensions of your bag. How perfect is that? Okay, so make sure that you look for any flaws, because within these flaws, this process, you are able to fix it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back on this side, my right side, your left, and just cut. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more glue on this end to ensure that it's secure. There we go. Make sure to be careful with the glue guns, guys. We don't want you guys to be hurt, okay, in the process of completing this project. So completed our fashion accessory. So I would love for you guys to be able to customize it, because you can individualize these projects as well. These just give you some examples of what you can do, but the procedures happen to still be the same. If you want to show us your renditions, you can email programs@projectcreatedc.org. And of course, you can follow their YouTube page where you're able to leave likes and comments as well. So I can't wait to see your projects individually as well. And I hope that you are safe, light, and love, guys. Have a good one.